Hey guys, welcome back to Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for PC Extra. This is going to be the last extra, as I said last time, but because I don't know how much more of the game I can show while still remaining in the vanilla content, this is going to be the last extra. I will do more, but we'll cover all that once we get into the extended Let's Play, which I will be doing at some point. But, yeah. This is going to be the last extra of the vanilla series, basically. So once I finish with this, we'll be moving on to Prisoner of Azkaban. But, yeah, in this final extra, we are going to be playing some Quidditch. I know I showed a little bit in the main story, but we're just going to be taking care of all of the other Quidditch minigames that there is. There isn't really much to do, to be honest. It's very much rinse and repeat. It's not really that difficult, to be honest. But I figured I'd show it just for the sake of it. Now this is my third attempt at this due to technical difficulties. I had to change recording softwares, which was kind of annoying, and it took a while to balance things out. Hopefully things are going better now, but yeah. It was, bottom line is, I had to change a few things off screen. But hopefully this works a lot better. But yeah, we are going to be playing some Quidditch. Now before we actually go into the actual Quidditch pitch itself, if you go over to Fred and George, which are over by the pitch, but if you go over to Fred and George here, which I have already done, but if you go to them, you can actually get a couple of Quidditch upgrades. You can get a Nimbus 2001, which will give you a bit of a speed boost, and Quidditch armor. But you are going to need beans here because Fred and George had the most expensive trades in the entire game, so I'll probably have something on screen showing you the price and what they offer and stuff. But yeah, just make sure you've been grinding beans in the Defendo challenge or in dueling or however you get beans. If there's another way that I don't know or whatever, just make sure you got plenty because they are the most expensive trades in the entire game. But yes, let's go into the first match, which is Gryffindor versus Hufflepuff. Now, I have played all this before. I'm actually going to play deaf here just because I won't be able to talk over Lee Jordan as he's a little bit loud. So I'm going to play deaf just so I can actually hear myself think. But I am replaying everything just because, again, this is my fourth attempt at this. Yeah, let's go into the first game. Gryffindor versus Hufflepuff, my own house.
It's a great day for a Quidditch match. There's nothing like the age-old Quidditch rivals you find here at Hogwarts. Rain or shine, day or night. Horcrux on the pitch or ghouls in the stands, nothing keeps the crowds away from a Quidditch match. The pitch is ready, the quaffles are polished, the bludgers are humming, let's play Quidditch!
Okay, it's very much the same thing I showed in the main game. Basically, all you gotta really do is just, whenever a secret comes, just try and knock them out of the way first by either bumping into them with your broom or just mashing into them with the mouse button to knock them out. You need to make sure they're out of the way before you can catch the snitch. So the mouse button changes actions whatever point of the game you're in, basically. Just use the mouse button to either knock them out of the way or catch the snitch depending on what point of the game you're in. But yeah, just make sure they're out of commission before you catch the snitch. Once they're out of the way, they just wait to close in on the snitch and then just wait for your cue. There, hang on, I missed it. Yeah, just knock them out if they recover and then just wait. There we go, there's our cue. So basically, when you see the snitch bar flashing red, that's basically your chance to catch the snitch. So basically just knock the seeker out the way, wait for your chance, catch the snitch, and then it's just basically rinse and repeat. Can't really offer any more advice other than that. Okay, next up, Gryffindor versus Ravenclaw. And this cutscene is exactly the same, so we'll just skip it from this point on. Okay, same thing before. Just closing on the snitch. You'll auto close in. We'll just knock the Ravenclaw out of the way. Make sure, again, you want to make sure the Seeker's out of the way before you can actually catch the snitch, otherwise she will actually catch it before you. Now we just wait for our moment. Oh god, there's a bludger behind me. Oh god. Yeah, she will, the Seeker will actually recover a couple times, so you want to make sure she's out the way before, or the Seeker, you want to make sure they're out the way before you can catch. But they will wake up a few times, and the upgrades will help you, like the Nimbus 2001 will give you a bit of a speed boost. You can actually do all this without them, you don't really need them, but they do help. So the broom gives you a speed boost, you don't really need it, but it definitely helps, and the armor protects you so you don't take as much damage when getting hit, which does help. And I can't skip this cutscene. Okay. Next up, Gryffindor versus Slytherin. We know who we're up against here. Again, it's the same thing as before, really. Not really much else to say. Like, basically, it's once you've played one, you've played them all. It's basically just the same thing over and over. It's not really much to it. Just wait for the Seeker to be out of the way, closing on the snitch, knock them out when they recover, and just basically wait for your chance. There's not really much else to say other than that. Like, it really is just rinse and repeat of what you've already done. There's not really much there's not really too much to it. Just wait for our chance. Almost there. And... oh, Malfoy's up. Knock him out the way. And we just wait for the bar to flash red. Because again, I'm playing death, so that's a good indication for me. I just need to keep an eye on that bar. But yeah, there's really not much I can offer in terms of advice. There we go. And we're already halfway. Which didn't take us all that long, to be honest. Okay, next up. Once again, it's Gryffindor versus Hufflepuff, my house. So let's go again. Skip. Okay. Right, so again, it's literally just the same thing. I can't really offer anything in terms of advice. Everything I've already said is pretty much all you need to know. It's literally just rinse and repeat at this point. So just watch out for bludgers, watch out for the Seeker, and then just catch the snitch when you're in range and, okay, knock the Seeker out of the way. Yeah, again, really, it's just rinse and repeat of what you've already done. There's really not much else I can say. And again, you don't need the Quidditch upgrades. They help, but you don't need them. They're not mandatory. They do help a bit, I think. Not much, but I definitely think you don't need them. Like because they are expensive, you know, expensive trades in the game. So if you can't get them, you don't need them. But yeah, I figured I'd get them just for the sake of this extra, just for the sake of showing it, really. Okay, next up it's Ravenclaw, and then Slytherin. The last one does have a bit of a little bit more to it, but it's not that difficult. Okay, next up, Ravenclaw again. Okay. Right. But yeah, it's literally just the same thing again, so knock the Seeker out the way. And now just wait for it to close on the snitch. Watch out for the goalpost, obviously. Yeah, the Quidditch upgrades do help. The armor gives you more durability against hits, which will help out a bit. But yeah, literally just rinse and repeat at this point. I know I sound like a broken record, but I can't really say too much else. So just mash the mouse button when you're close to the Seeker to bump into them, and hit them and knock them out, and then when you close on the snitch, it's basically the mouse button to hit the seeker or catch the snitch. And yeah, that's really all I can say. It's really nothing to it. It's really that easy. And finally, last but not least, Slytherin, where there's an extra section to it, but it's not really all that much. The cutscene's even the same as well. So anyway, this is the last game before we get the house cut, which we are getting. It's not that difficult. So again, knock Malfoy out the way, closing on the snitch. And I think that would... okay, Malfoy's up again. Again, just knock him out the way. Really nothing to it, to be honest. At all. It's pretty easy. And then that goes into the second section. Okay, so there's a couple more obstacles here you need to watch out for, but it's pretty much the same thing. So again, knock out Malfoy. Chase the snitch. Watch out for the pillars. And then we just wait for our opportunity to catch the snitch. But yeah, it's really not that difficult. And I think Harry will actually taunt Malfoy in this. But obviously I can't hear it because I'm playing deaf. And yeah, we've already won.
This year's winner of the Quidditch Cup, Gryffindor! That's it, wizards and witches. The season's over, and Gryffindor takes the Quidditch Cup this year!
And that's basically it for, let's quickly go back to my normal spot where I started this, just so I can do the outro without interruption. Because there are way too many students around here. Yeah, that's why I started up there, by the way. Just because it was getting annoying. So anyway, let's just get to my spot where I started this, as it's a nice place to do the intro and outro without interruption, since nobody goes to the secrets. Okay, and yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this video and this series, as this is the last extra of the series. So after this, we'll be moving on to Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban for PC. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Whether you stuck around for the extras or not, I hope you enjoyed regardless. Yeah, to anyone who did stick around and are new to me and my schedule, firstly, my name is Lucky Star Shi-Roku, and it is a pleasure to meet all of you. I do have a introduction video on my channel for you guys to go and check out if you want to know about me personally, but I record every single day from Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m.-ish UK time. I spend the rest of the night editing so I can get the video at 2 p.m. the following day. So I record every single day at 6 p.m.-ish and spend the rest of the night editing to get the video out at 2 p.m. the following day. So that means you get a new video from me every single day, 6 days a week. Randomly jumping back and forth between a few games at a time. Obviously, now that I've finished this, we're moving on to Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban for PC. We also have Sonic Adventure Extra, and then there's also Mad Father. Once that finishes, we'll move on to the extras, and the idea is I'll always have something to replace it once the game finishes. So once this is finished, I'll move on to Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Once Mad Father finishes, I'll move on to Undertale. And once Sonic Adventure finishes, I will move on to the more. So that's the plan, recording every single day from Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m.-ish, so I can get the video out at 2 p.m. the following day. randomly jumping back and forth between games to keep variety going and changing games once one finishes. But again, that's going to about do it for me and this Let's Play. So again, whether you stuck around for the extras or not, I hope you've enjoyed. I have been your humble and modest host, Lucky Star Shi-Roku, and with all that said, I will see you guys in my next Let's Play of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban for PC. Until then, have a good day, you guys.